Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode on the channel. Iowa Speedway here tonight for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. 6 races to go in the regular season, and we have had 7 different winners this season. That means still 3 spots remaining. Ross Chastain was so close to getting his first win of the year in our first race of our doubleheader tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway, but Schneider was able to get around him. Our career mode driver was able to get around him with 3 laps to go in the race, timing it out pretty well after Chastain had passed him about 4 laps prior than that. Great battle to the finish on a 15-lap green-white checker. We're short track racing in race 2 here at the Iowa Speedway. Should be a lot of fun here as well. Had to make some adjustments from qualifying to the race. Qualified 19th, but we're starting 18th. Looks like we have at least one driver drop it back to the rear. We'll have to see how this M&M's 200 will go. DB Forever 85, Jonathan Rogers, welcome to the stream, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe, as always, for more daily NASCAR content. We do these full race live streams with a realistic broadcast every day, as well as other related NASCAR content. We'll be covering the Dirt Bristol weekend in its entirety, live streaming the Truck and Cup Series race, my live reaction / commentary, my own realistic commentary during the course of that race, as we have done at least with one of the top 3 series events over the last few weeks, and we will be doing both of those races this week, so that'll be a lot of fun as well. We will do our podcast that we just started up last week, but more in-depth starting this week. Last week was kind of like a trial with the first episode. You guys liked it, so we'll be talking predictions a couple hours before the start of the Cup race on Sunday, fantasy advice for that, and then we will be doing the same thing but a post-race analysis, and then talking about the fantasy and the new power rankings that I have, basically editing the power rankings I had from the week before following the Bristol Dirt Race. That will be on Mondays. Trevor Grimes, Jackson Thomas, welcome as well. So here we go. Iowa Speedway. It's Stuart Friesen will be on the pole here tonight. Natalie Decker, Josh Reum, both starting at the rear. Tate Vogelman having a stellar weekend. So this truck looks to be fast. Look out for Tate Vogelman to maybe pull off an upset win tonight. Only 5 races to go in the regular season after the checkered flag flies tonight. We're going to see. We're getting close to the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is in the air, and we are underway at Iowa. As they race off into turn 1, 3 wide. Somehow Schneider gets all the way to the inside. He loosened his truck up a little bit from qualifying to the race. No practice tonight, but it was qualifying. And Enfinger to the inside. Friesen left a lot of bottom open, and Grant Enfinger at the line cannot lead stage 1. Friesen leads the lap by inches. He got that run on the high side. I don't know how Enfinger got to his inside so quickly, but he did. This is the fastest race truck Strider has ever unloaded into a racetrack as far as the departments go. A 100 overall for the first time on the engine, 95 still on the aero, 95 on the suspension. Now Majeski makes a pass for 14th there.
Looking inside now.
Like the smell of fresh dirt in Bristol. My man Blaney on the Fox commercial has stated that.
Inside.
I'm trying to imitate his voice that he did as much as I possibly could.
One outside.
Four Sport Trucks battling for the lead. Crafton to the inside of his teammate Enfinger now.
Inside. You got room. You're clear there.
I'll have to say that over the live streams this weekend during the Dirt Bristol races. Especially if Blaney ends up at all taking the lead in the Cup race, I definitely got to pull that line out. Even if I wasn't a Blaney fan, I probably would have. But
Inside.
oh, wow. Austin Hill squeezes underneath the 99. There's not a lot of room there, that's for sure.
Careful, still there.
Schneider's struggling mid-pack here early in the run just to keep up. Having a tough time trying to get inside the top 15 at the start of the race. Pretty much running right around where he qualified. 17th to 19th this whole opening laps. Sheldon Creed out in front, battling Matt Crafton. The lead has already changed hands multiple times. Creed leads the lap at the line, so 4 different drivers have led laps in the first 7 here tonight at Iowa. Already a lot of comers and goers at the front of the field. Stuart Friesen, who started on the pole, has already dropped outside the top 10. Multiple grooves here at Iowa. He's going to be pretty content with running the bottom as much as he can. There are multiple grooves here on the short track.
That was a better lap.
I see some guys running all the way up near the wall on the top. Definitely the widest short track on the schedule, that's for sure. Yeah, I did see my controller battery was low.
Careful, still there.
I'm going to try to wait until the first caution to change it out. Either that or the stage break. It won't make it that far, so remind me if I, for some reason, forget that I have to do that. If you could, please, under the
outside.
Either the stage break or the caution, whatever comes first. Oh boy, I could shut that door on the 99 of Schneider. No, I'm pretty much primarily a NASCAR fan. The only other racing that I would consider games-wise to do on the channel, if they come out with an IndyCar game, I would consider that. I don't watch every IndyCar race. I'm not a diehard like I am with dirt racing in general. I do. So if they ever come up with another World of Outlaws game like they did about 10 years ago, you could definitely plan for that being on the channel. But that would be about it. Primarily NASCAR. Want to keep this NASCAR oriented, especially with doing realistic commentary. Again, it's not so much the game. I mean, it's kind of the games we play, and that's why we do different NASCAR games, but at the same time, it's NASCAR oriented highly because that is the broadcasting field I want to get into, and I have more knowledge about that. I wouldn't be able to do, like, realistic commentary. Like, I know a lot of people mention F1. For one, I'm not much of a fan of F1, and then to do a realistic commentary, there's so much more terminology I don't know. So me broadcasting a NASCAR race, you know, even virtually versus an F1 race, it wouldn't feel right, especially because I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even know any of the track layouts. You know, even Circuit of the Americas, I haven't actually, like, I watched an F1 race there, I want to say 2018. 2019, not in person, but on TV, and then I watched Monaco, but I still don't know, like, the track to its full, like, corner after corner. It'd be tough. Raphael Lessard jumps out now out in front. 5 different leaders early in this race, less than 15 laps in, and Lessard trying to match his KBM teammate Christian Eckes to clinch a playoff spot late in the season. Yo, Mama, welcome to the stream. Yeah, William Byron won the iRacing event last night. 4 wide at Iowa. Nearly. I thought they were going to get underneath Moffitt. I guess they didn't. Moffitt had a good enough of a run on the top side. It looked like they were 4 wide there for a second. I didn't think they were going to make the corner. The exit of it, at least. It widens out the turns. It definitely gets a little tight on corner exit, especially if you run that many trucks wide.
Careful,
I'm sure we'll see 4 wide by the end of the night. I've seen 3 wide numerous times as Schneider cracks the top 10 for the first time. But how about Raphael Lessard trying to get a win?
Still there?
He won in that Ford truck last season in real life at Talladega. Well, just mentioned might see 4 wide. We see it now for 3 and 4. And there's still 4 wide down the front stretch. They all held it. Schneider pushes tight. Here comes Majeski to the bottom. Zane Smith's just kind of watching all this unfold out of his rear view. There's still 3 wide out of Schneider's rear view. Trying to get in front of the 45 truck. Now they're 3 wide through 3 and 4. Big battle here just inside the top 10. Schneider crosses back over on the 45 truck. Still 3 wide, but the lanes have switched. 45 into the middle now instead of the bottom. Swapped with Schneider. Moffitt almost followed that gap Schneider put down. Majeski does clear Zane Smith off turn 2. through the different camera angles early on in this race here today. Forgot this was a day race and not a race under the lights as well. If I say tonight, it's because it's actually nighttime in real life. So. I usually try to go with like the time of day I actually run these races to. Whether I say today or tonight, not the actual race track itself virtually. Yeah, I've gotten asked a question both for the Xfinity and the Truck Series who my favorite driver is in those series. I really don't have one. I don't really have just a rooting interest. When I watch them, I just watch for pure racing excitement, that I get from watching racing. I don't really root for anybody in those series. The Thor Sport trucks are out of Sandusky, Ohio, which is only about 45 minutes from where I live, east from where I live. Right on Lake Erie, and maybe those guys in a sense, but it's more collectively as a team if I root for them, but I don't really like root for them. I guess it's like they win, it's like, oh, okay, cool. That's about it. The drivers just come and go through those series so much. Like, unless you picked a regular, like, Allgaier or Net with the Xfinity Series, somebody that's there for a long time, that's reasonable, I feel like. But if you're, I know there's a lot of Noah Gragson fans out there. It's like, if you're a Noah Gragson fan strictly for him running the Xfinity Series, then I don't really know if you're, like, actually a Noah Gragson fan. If you get what I'm saying, like, you could be a Noah Gragson fan and follow him, like he could be your favorite driver. But if you root for somebody in the Cup Series and you're just waiting for Gragson to get to the Cup Series and root for him, it's like, I don't really know if I can consider you one fan or the other. I just think you're, I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't want to say you're not a fan. You say you would be. That's an interesting kind of question, I guess, to try to go over another day, perhaps. Yeah, Larson doing really well since he came back. He obviously had a lot of talent when he raced with Chip Ganassi racing. You've seen Kurt Busch, the veteran driver, go over there, and he's basically doing what Larson did, where he's able to win maybe one race a year and run consistently top 10 in the points and not compete for as many wins, but he's just consistently in the top 10 a lot and gets good points finishes, which is basically what Larson was doing since he went there, outside of his rookie season when he missed the playoffs. But yeah, outside of that, though, basically about the same, really, what Kurt Busch is doing now and what Larson did in Ganassi equipment. It's probably about as much as you're going to get out of it. We've seen Chastain struggle already this year, and it's not like he's completely new to these cars either. Remember, I know it's his first year with a new team in the Cup Series, but he has driven Cup cars for a while now, leading up to this year. So, if he doesn't get it going by halfway through the season, it's like, yeah, I just don't think that equipment's that great. Now he's with Hendrick, obviously best equipment he's ever had. He's really showing why he is arguably one of the most talented drivers in the Cup Series today.
You got room, you're clear there.
Definitely, I don't even think it's up for debate, the talent pool he's got, because he was arguably one of the most talented, and that was before he had the equipment. Now he's got the equipment to help back it up. And he dominated Atlanta, even though he finished second. He won Vegas. And he's just consistently run towards the front. Could have won the Daytona Road Course this year, too. He could have very well won 3 races this year if he just took care of his tires better at Atlanta. I think he would have held off Blaney. Even if Logano was still there messing up the early year, Blaney was close on the quick before that, so to say it was all Logano would be an understatement for sure. Wide up the middle, lap truck on the inside of Verhume. Sutter for a position for 5th on the outside, and Schneider snuck right through there. So he's reached the top 5 for the first time tonight now. Halfway through stage 1. 60 laps in stage 1, another 60 laps in stage 2. That will leave 120 laps in the final stage tonight. halfway through the stage, but that right front tire is chewing up quite a bit there on Schneider's racetrack. And you don't want to make a green flag stop on a short track, especially if everybody else is good to go to the end of the stage. As far as fuel goes, they're barely good to the end on fuel even. Maybe 2 to 3 laps to the good, so we'll see what everybody else can do. We might have pit stops here under green flag conditions, we might not. Wait and play it out. Got around Crafton through 1 and 2, using some lap trucks to help pull away a little bit. Sard trying to win his first stage of the season. He is quite a ways back in points. He's not even in the top 10 in points right now. Chastain and Creed both going to be passed in 1 and 2. Schneider came in there hot. Takes over the second spot. Now only 1 second off the race lead from Lassard, trying to run him down. Chastain, who came runner-up and so close to winning at Texas earlier today, is picking up where he left off. Sheldon Creed was also up front late in that race, and he's running third right now. Chastain in fourth. Still a very good possibility we can get quite a few winners.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear.
Before the end of the season. I think we can get 3 more winners in these final 6 races, different winners, to have it where nobody ends up making the
Still there.
playoffs without a win. Schneider to the lead through 1 and 2, easily takes it away from Lassard. It's got a good long run truck. It takes about 30 to 35 laps to get up there, but he's there. Schneider leads his first lap of the night. Trying to get that 7th stage win of the season here at Iowa. And that right front tire's wearing out quite a bit too. We'll have to monitor that if we do stay green all the way to the end of the stage.
Still there. Clear down low.
I think the way we're setting up with this career, I was going to say, the way we're rolling right along with this career mode, we might be able to run our Eldora race the same night as Dirt Bristol. The same day, at least. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe even like as the dirt truck race, run the Eldora race right before. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Prelude to it. Well, wait a minute. I guess I keep forgetting today's Thursday. So Friday, I plan on doing a doubleheader tomorrow. And that's probably going to be the last doubleheader we're going to see on the channel for quite some time. I'm going to Dega here in a few weeks.
20 laps to go.
Well, we'll see. Top of the fact with all these other streams and podcasts and stuff on the weekends. I'm going to try to oversaturate the content on the channel, but I'm going to race this week. That and the weather starts getting better. I can golf more consistently. It's like the weather's nice for 3-4 days, 2 to 4 days. I golf, and then I have to take a couple days off because then it cools back off again and gets super windy. It's kind of the weather here in Ohio this time of the year. It's pretty normal for us. I think it's more of a Midwest thing than it is an Ohio thing, but still.
All right, you're clear.
A lot of trucks going a lap down here in stage 1. We saw a lot go a lap down in Texas in stage 1. Ended up finishing with 8 on the lead lap at the end. 9 went a lap down in the opening stage. We got back up to about 13 on the lead lap, and then there's a long green flag run in the final stage. It kind of trapped more guys a lap down before that final caution, final restart. They were late. 4 cautions total in that one. We had 5 last night at Kansas. Just got in the back of Jordan Anderson there accidentally. 3 and 4. 5.5 second lead. Pretty close battle though between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now. They're all within a second of each other. They caught Lassard in lap traffic.
Stay out the bottom. You got room, you're clear there. Still there. You're all clear on top there. All clear.
Gander should lap well inside the top 10 considering the fact that you definitely can run green to the end of stage 1. Almost there, only 13 more laps.
You got room, you're clear.
10th place truck just went a lap down at Bend Roads. Get that right front tire's wearing out quite a bit.
Still there.
So Tate Foldeman had a fast truck. I really thought he was going to be even faster. He's not showing that early on. I thought maybe he could compete for a win, but maybe he can get faster throughout the course of the day and still give himself a chance. It's not impossible.
Stay at the bottom here. All right, you're clear.
Schneider's going to make it to the end of this first stage. He's going to have to start backing these corners up to conserve that right front tire. He wants to put as many trucks a lap down as he can, but still got 11 more laps left, and that right front's down to 17%. 8-second lead back to Lassard. Not using any more brakes. He's just kind of rolling out of the gas a little earlier. Doesn't have to try and steer that car all the way down to the bottom of the track. That's going to help save.
Stay at the bottom here. You got room, you're clear there.
Schneider's definitely backing off of it a little bit, but not much. 9 laps to go here in stage 1. Austin Hill's been stuck behind the 26 truck of Tyler Rankin, and he's in danger of going a lap down in the opening stage.
You got room, you're clear. Car high.
8 to go, stage 1. Schneider gonna put Austin Hill a lap down. He did push a little hard through 1 and 2, trying to make sure he was gonna clear Hill off the exit of the corner. Seven more laps to go at the line.
Easy on the tires, driver.
It's gonna help him save a little fuel not using any brake input as well, and just backing off a little earlier out of the throttle, rolling into the corner. Sheldon Creed has just jumped up to second place, passing Rafael Lessard. Schneider's back to pushing it hard again through 3 and 4. Still trying to maybe get another truck or two. A lap down that is still on the lead lap to the end of this first stage. He backed off for about 5 or 6 laps. Now he's back to pushing it again. We'll have 4 laps to go in stage 1, this time by the line.
Alright, you're clear then.
Looking that yellow line in the corners all the way on the bottom.
Easy on the tires, driver. You're all clear up top. You're clear all around, man.
Herbst goes another lap down. Even Eckes is about to go another lap down. I guess he saved enough early in the run that he can push it hard all the way to the end of the stage. 2 more laps, 6% left. Should be good. Don't think he's going to catch another truck to put him a lap down. Their first lap down, at least. Maybe Josh Reuma ahead of him. I believe he's already lapped down. I think the next driver on the lead lap is that Dorsport truck up there. I can't tell if that's Enfinger or Crafton from this car. Tough to tell for sure. I think it's Crafton, but I could be wrong. It's either Crafton or Enfinger. He returns 3 and 4, though, one final time in the final stage. Sorry, the first stage. And Schneider comes off turn 4. 7th stage win of the season for this 99 team here on our career mode. And that was Crafton in 6th. Good eyes. Schneider gets the stage 1 win, followed by Sheldon Creed, Ross Chastain, Rafael Lessard, Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton, Austin Hill, Ty Majeski, Zane Smith, and Austin Wayne Self will receive stage points in stage 1, and Austin Hill will get the free pass in 7th place. So a lot of trucks go lap down there, caution-free first stage. Schneider saved his right front tire enough to make it to the end. Pit stops for the first time today under the caution flag. No adjustments for fresh tires and a full tank of Sunoco fuel for all of these race trucks. So another 60 laps in stage 2 coming up. And again, like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content if you are new. Very close to 800 subs.
Alright, now be smart out there.
Green flag is going to be back in the air. Schneider and this team will win the race off pit road. Green flag is out. Sheldon Creed restarts outside front row. Schneider was about a 15th place truck at best. 15th to 18th there those first 10 laps of the race. Again, it takes him a good 30-35 laps to get to the lead. He's just not able to roll into the corner. He's a little tight on entry. Sheldon Creed leads the opening lap of stage number 2. He's trying to get out there. He stole second place from Sard there late. Sard did not get a restart up on the outside. Chastain to the bottom. Schneider's not going to really battle hard. He's going to try to keep this truck clean. That is one thing he's done well this year. We're talking about 4 wins on the season in the first 10 races here for this 99 team. And not only that, the fact that they have not DNF'd all year is very impressive for an upstart team. It saves them a lot of money. You don't have to repair anything extra. They ran smoothly. No rivals on the racetrack to make their day any harder than what it needs to be. As a rookie in the Truck Series, he's just done everything right. He's leading the regular season championship right now as well. That's why that stage win was very important, not only for the playoff point, but those 10 regular season points. Still a pretty close battle right now. Johnny Sauter, Ty Gillian in the mix.
Inside.
Even though they're both winless this year, and that's another thing too. Regular season champion goes to the playoffs no matter what, even if they don't have a win. So if you get, say, 10 different winners, but you're last in points as far as the wins, and the regular season champ is, say, Johnny Sauter or Ty Gillian, who doesn't have a win this year, or in the mix to get that, they would actually get the final spot. And they would get 15 playoff points to go along with it. It's almost like the regular season championship means more than just getting one win. For a lot of these guys trying to make it into the postseason, especially though those top two that do have a realistic shot of being able to get it done. Plus, by running well and running consistently up towards the front, you could alter or have a hand in trying to see who might win that race. But if you don't have the truck and you're, say, in the lead just trying to hang on, might as well let somebody ahead of you that has already won a race versus that hasn't, for the benefit of your own season. Chastain's in the top 5 in points as well, despite not having a win this year. So, I mean, a lot of strong trucks. Sheldon Creed 6th in points overall. He's the first driver out of the playoffs without a win behind Chastain, and he's behind him by 29 points coming into this race. But Sheldon Creed leading right now. He finished 2nd in stage 1. Problem is Chastain finished in 4th in stage 1. And he's running in 2nd place right now, trying to catch Sheldon Creed for the lead. So he's not outscoring him by a lot. He would like to outscore him by more, that's for sure.
Car high, careful.
Curious to see how this truck is going to run at Pocono in a couple races, and then again at Eldora. That last wild card race before the playoffs. In my home state, as being my driver for the career mode, it'd be nice to get a win in our home state. And then drive time wise, kind of got another home track in Michigan right after that, so 2 pretty much home tracks to end the regular season out. Contact between Ben Rhodes and Schneider there off turn 4. He got a little tight. He had a lot of room to get out of the gas. Just didn't really do it. Probably should have. We just talked earlier about not wanting to ruffle feathers. So Ben Rhodes didn't appreciate that, but let Schneider go in the next corner anyway.
Hold your line, got one inside.
He's going to drive right back down to the inside of Schneider anyway. Off turn 4. Had to run into 1 and 2. Schneider slides way up the racetrack, way too tight on entry that time. And Rhodes easily gets back around it. Rhodes just trying to catch up to some of those other trucks to maybe be the first truck to lap down. Austin Wayne Self in 8th place is the... Oh! Truck in the wall! Zane Smith back down the racetrack. Caution's out for the first time today. As Zane Smith hits the outside wall hard. It looked like he blew a right front off turn 4, and then after hitting the wall once, he tried to bring it back down the track just for it to drift back up the track again into the wall. So Austin Wayne Self will get the free pass. Everybody's going to stay out of the pits. Sheldon Creed will restart from the lead again. Ben Rhodes going to hit pit road, it looks like, from a lap down. Maybe he's going to take that strategy called a pit, and hopefully he can get back on the free pass position before the end of the stage, or maybe before another caution. Zane Smith's rough season continues. Is that going to knock him out of the race, I wonder? Doesn't look like it. I think Smith's still on the racetrack. No, he is out of the race. Okay, never mind. A little further down the pit road entry. Green flag back in the air. What a restart there by Schneider. Restarted in 6th, and he still gets to the inside 3 wide for the lead. Now it's 4 wide. Contact between Chastain and Creed on the outside that boggles the 99 back.
Still there inside.
And somehow Rafael Lassard gets to the lead and all that.
Inside.
Cobb slid into that free pass spot in ninth. She tries to hold on in front of Crafton. Restart by Raphael Lassard to get out in front. A heck of an attempt by Schneider. He ended up right back where he restarted anyway in sixth. Actually, Crafton is on the lead lap too, so Cobb isn't even racing Crafton. Hill goes up the track. Schneider clears him for fifth. Joe Cobb, though, solidly inside the top 10 with a good run so far. Chastain and Sauter side by side for third. Sauter still out in front, but Creed right behind him. Schneider charges hard on the bottom through 1 and 2. He gets to the inside of Sauter for fourth. Boy, Chastain really pulled away from him there. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. Yes, we did get the last race win at Texas. Very good finish of that race. As we have really seen out of all Schneider's 4 wins this season, they've all come down to the wire. Atlanta was probably the most secured win he's had this year. Definitely the fastest truck he's had in this season as far as just overall speed. Schneider again to the inside of Sauter. Caution. Second of the day, Jennifer Jo Cobb gets the free pass this time, and got some other drivers lap down pitting again. Ben Rhodes again going to pit. Second time. He pitted under the last caution as well. It's like Moffitt and Majeski are going to hit pit road also. So 2 cautions. Both in stage 2 for incident. It's going to help Schneider not have to even back out of the gas to the end of the stage to make sure that right front tire is going to make it. Black screen. Let me see here for a second. What the heck happened there? I don't know how that happened. Hang on. Thanks for letting me know about the black screen. I'll fix it. That was really strange. I don't think we've ever had that before. There we go. Now my camera disappeared, so I got to get that back on the screen. Yeah, just saw that, and I didn't know if it was just on my screen or if it was your guys' too, but it looked like it was for everybody. That was really strange. I swear, it's something new every day. All right, should be good to go now. Yeah, it was weird that my face cam was still there, but the black screen went away. All right, face cam is going back on there.
Coming to the green.
All right, Sheldon Creed restarts from the lead, and the green flag is back in the air here at Iowa. Boy, Chastain goes low. Schneider goes low. Oh, he got in the back of the 2 truck.
Inside.
Getting into turn 1, kind of weeded him out of the way, and Schneider's going to get to the lead. Chastain falls to second. 2 guys on the front row don't even come out in the top 2 positions there. Schneider gets tight, 3 and 4 again.
Car there on the inside.
Can't hold the grip level in these restarts. Chastain to the front. Schneider trying to side draft the 40. That was an aggressive block by Chastain. Came so close in the last race to winning at Texas. You know he wants it back here at Iowa.
stay low. Inside.
Creed with a monster run on the bottom to get around Schneider. Now he's going for the lead. On Ross Chastain, 30 to go, stage 2. 3 wide for the lead into turn 1. Schneider now to the inside. Creed in the middle, Chastain on the top. Schneider's hooking the apron. It's so hard to run 3 wide and tight like they are right now. They're doing a great job not making contact with one another. But it doesn't mean that there's a ton of room. Creed slides up in front of the 40 of Chastain, and he's got the lead that time. Gander just driving it in deep here through 1 and 2. Clears Chastain himself for second, now trying to catch Creed. Well, starting the career fresh from the ground up. Yeah, that's what I've kind of been having fun. See, we only did the career mode with the Cup Series last time. We started fresh from the Cup Series. That's why it took us 3 seasons to win. Now, it still might with doing full races, but starting from the Truck Series and doing these full races, I don't know of anybody else that's ever done this, YouTube-wise at least, on a career mode. We might be the first.
Still there.
Creed hangs on barely. Schneider has to drop in line behind him. Deep run, though, into 1 and 2. Oh, he drove it in too deep, though. Now tries to go up and side draft the 2 truck after overdriving this entry to the corner. Chevy and a Ford side by side. Schneider clear through 3 and 4. Chastain trying to join the mix once again. Right now it is Schneider out in front. I mentioned the stages were 60, 60, 120. I was wrong on that. That would have made it a little bit longer of a race than what I anticipated. It's a 200 lap race, so it's actually 60, 60, and 80 for the 3 stages today. I was thinking of the Xfinity race.
Still there inside.
He slides up. He gets really tight off 4. And turns 1 and 2, not that bad as long as he doesn't overdrive the corner. But 3 and 4, he's not gripping up as well. Schneider's on the high side. Sheldon Creed back to the bottom. Is he going to clear off turn 2? Oh, not quite. Boy, that was close. About threw the 99 truck in the wall. And now Creed's clear. Off turn 4. Schneider going to try to cross him back over to the bottom into turn 1. We drove the center. Creed trying to side draft on the bottom. Back and forth they go. Schneider pulls clear down the backstretch. Hopefully doesn't get too tight in turns 3 and 4 again. He can stay in front of Creed. Yes, they're airing practice. They always air practice in qualifying. That was a large reason why Fox even publicly came out and said that, hey, we want practice in qualifying, but we're just not doing it with COVID. Because they like the airtime. It fills some gaps on TV for them. A little easier. Yeah, all the practices are going to be on FS1. I think the Truck Series practices are going to be on FS2, but the Cup practices should be on FS1. Yeah, they always air practice and qualifying. To go, stage 2, just less than a 1 second lead for Schneider. Definitely not pulling away nearly as much as he did in stage 1. Some of those cautions bunching the field back up together definitely hurt. Schneider's almost tighter this run compared to what he was earlier too. For one reason or another. Even in turns 1 and 2, he's getting a little tight on these older tires, and that's why Creed's still kind of hanging in there. Sauter back. Actually, that's Matt Crafton, I believe, in the 88. Pass on Johnny Sutter. That might be Ben Rhodes coming through on fresh tires. Rhodes pitted under that last caution. So did Moffitt. They might be trying to race their way back on the lead lap here to the end of the stage. Almost forgot about those guys pitting under that last caution. Only the lap cars did. It took them a while to get through the lead lap trucks, but they are there now, and look at Ben Rhodes. First driver to lap down, but Moffitt's the second truck a lap down right now. And he's not far behind him. They can both unlap each other in this stage. They won't even have to take the free pass. They can restart right at the front of the field with the rest of the leaders. So it's going to be big for Rhodes and Moffitt to see if they can catch Schneider in the final 16 laps of the stage. And they are definitely faster right now. Rafael Assad back in the top 5, getting around Johnny Sauter. Schneider's going to catch his first lap truck of stage 2. It's going to be Justine, our winner a couple races ago at Kansas.
Stay on the bottom here. Clear high, bud.
Rhodes is right there off turn 4. They're getting tight, 1 and 2 again. Truck's just plowing. Rhodes again chips away. Won't be able to chip away much more without getting to the inside. Sheldon Creed back to second place. Sorry, he got around the lap truck. He's been in second place the whole time. I saw him pass somebody back there. He just passed the lap truck of Justine. Again, washes up the track a little bit more than what the 99 of Ben Rhodes does. It's at that little bit lower exit. Harmon moves high, gonna let those guys race underneath him. This is big for Rhodes, and he's known for being an aggressive driver in the truck series, so we'll see if he pulls the bump and run at all. Try and get back on the lead lap. Ooh, Schneider just got into the 33 of Reum. Checking him up, and again, here comes Rhodes. Rhodes had to follow Schneider underneath him, though. There wasn't enough room to get to the inside of the 99 truck, so both the 99s, both the Fords, might add as well, are trying to battle. Pretty wide with the lap trucks to the high side. Rhodes has to follow there as well. Schneider slides up. Rhodes just still can't get under him. Start to deal with a little bit heavier lap traffic here, corner after corner, lap after lap. Clears Tyler Ankrum off turn 4. Rhodes caught Ankrum in a terrible spot. He gets held up behind him.
Careful, still there.
It's going to be a bummer for Rhodes if he can't get back on the leading lap to the end of the stage. He's still digging. He's got to go to the outside to get around Tanner right there. Clears him down into the corner. Schneider slides up the racetrack. 10 to go, stage 2. Schneider won the first stage by about 12 seconds too, but this stage I got about a 3.5 second advantage on Sheldon Creed. Again, this truck has got really tight in stage 2, and there was no adjustments made either. I'm not sure why that's the case.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Sheldon Creed's got a good chance to win here tonight. Maybe break through for that first win of the season for the defending champ to try and get into the playoffs.
Careful, still there.
Thomas Perez, welcome to Tomas Perez, I should say. I believe that's how you pronounce. Well, there's no accent on it though. Is it Thomas or Tomas? I think I've always said Tomas. But without the accent, I think it's Thomas. You have to let me know down in the chat which one it is. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, almost at 800. Welcome back. Joe Cobb going to go a lap down to the end of the stage, and that's pretty big here for Rhodes, because now he's going to have to get around Jennifer Joe Cobb for 9th place, who's having just a spectacular run tonight. I believe that's Matt Kratt. No, sorry, that's at 13, so he's already a lap down. So we'll see if Rhodes can get around Cobb. He's got fresher tires then. There's still enough laps. Only a couple truck lengths back for 3 and 4. Schneider slides up in front of Enfinger now. He's really pulled away from Rhodes in the lap traffic here in the closing laps of the stage to keep Ben a lap down, even with Ben having a little bit fresher tires. Either or. People say both. It's meant to be in Spanish, though, so it is Tomas. I try to pronounce it perfectly, and I usually say Tomas. Because with Perez being your last name, that's what I kind of figured, that it wasn't Thomas, that it was Tomas.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top.
But I always thought that if it was Tomas, that there was like an accent over the, I think it would have been over the A. So it was always throwing me off. Yeah, welcome back to the stream, man. Appreciate stopping by. 2 laps to go in stage number 2, this time for Schneider. About to get that, what will now be 8th stage win of the season.
Still there?
And we're getting late in the regular season, trying to get all the playoff points this team can. Trying to win that regular season championship as well. It's only going to help his odds of doing that. Winning both stages here tonight at Iowa. Won both stages and the race at Texas earlier. Trying to wrap up the doubleheader, doing the same thing here at Iowa. Checkered flag, the green-white checkered flag, will be waving this time. Creed kept pace a little bit better, though. He was 12.5 off the lead at the end of stage 1. It's going to be about 7.5 to 8 seconds off the lead this time, but Schneider will sweep the stages here at Iowa. Remember, he even backed off a little bit in stage 1, trying to save the right front. He didn't have to do it this stage, so that might be a little concerning. And Creed is getting faster throughout the course of this race, but we have one more stage to go to decide the winner. Again, 7 different winners on the season up to this point. Go to Chicagoland and Pocono for our doubleheader tomorrow for the Truck Series here on NASCAR Heat 5. Start time will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that first race again tomorrow. Ben Rhodes will get the free pass in 8th. And yeah, pit stops coming up. So Rhodes was able to get around Jennifer Joe Cobb. So did Austin Hill, but Hill was still a little bit short of the lead. Everybody pitting at the stage break. 2 sets of tires left for the final stage here for Schneider. We'll restart with 76 laps to go, so still about 12 laps or so outside the fuel window to the end of this race. They will have to make a stop at some point in this final stage. Green flag is going to be back in the air here at Iowa. A little bit of an overcast going on. Here's sundown, but here we go. Some great racing up to this point in both races tonight. We have a short track style finish to go along with this short track race here at the Truck Series.
Car there on the inside. Road clear.
Schneider leads the opening lap of the stage. Matt Crafton shot the 3rd on the restart. Chastain going to try to cross him over. Schneider overdrove turn 1 so badly that time. Creed trying to get under him and does. Schneider's just got nothing for these guys in the beginning of the run.
Got one up top. All right.
He's got to back off, sit and wait. On Austin Wayne Self inside the top 5 looking for his first win of the year. Chastain up to 2nd. Got around Schneider on the high side. Runner-up, a race to go at Texas is Chastain. Still winless. Creed wins. That's going to leave just 2 spots open for the playoffs as well. Chastain goes to victory lane, or even Austin Wayne Self, who all of a sudden is kicking strong. Schneider gets tight off turn 4. That's the 22 truck as well as the 45 under him. Jeski's a lap down, though. Oh, Schneider just pinched Jeski down, a little contact, and that actually ran the 99 up the track a little more at 1 and 2. Jeski's the first truck to lap down in that 9th position. Schneider crosses over the 13 truck for 4th of Sutter, but he just can't hold the bottom underneath him. Crafton the 5th. Crafton as well to the inside of Sutter. Boy, Crafton got shot out of the cannon there. Sutter in 7th, led a lot of laps early, but hasn't led any since stage 1. Still 2 and 3 wide back through the pack. Crafton gets around Austin Wayne Self now for 4th. 3rd round. Oh, trucks in the wall, multiple trucks. Todd Gillen in the wall. I think he blew a right in front of Grant Enfinger. Both trucks in the wall hard. I don't know if one turned the other and they both went up into the outside wall, or if Gillen blew a tire on the bottom perhaps and then just like flatlined the corner after blowing the tire and put both of them in. But that was a hard lick into the outside wall for both Grant Enfinger and Todd Gillen, and that's our 3rd caution for incident tonight. Couple laps into the restart. Schneider's going to pit. They'll give him 1 set of tires left the rest of the way. He'll top off on fuel with it. Only a couple laps into the restart. I don't think it's going to do too much, but we'll see. Green flag back in the air. And getting through the gears really well tonight. Look at him do it again as they roll into turns 1 and 2. 3 wide for 3rd place already. After restarting in 8th. Schneider's not clear of those guys who's outside yet, though. Clears Crafton. Austin Wayne Self still up there. Sheldon Creed restarts and hangs on to the lead for the moment. Schneider to 4th. He gains 4 spots on the restart. 1 lap.
Careful, still there.
Still trying to get around the 22. Back to his inside for 3rd through 1 and 2 again.
Still there. Car on the outside now.
Sard trying the high side to get that run. Gander back in the mix up here. Battling for position for being a lap down earlier. He is up to 6th.
Clear high, clear high.
Sard clears the 99 and actually gets underneath the 22 in the process. Mentioned Lassard hasn't led since stage 1. He's wanting a shot to win his first race of the season.
Got a car high now.
Considering this is last year's game, I guess Lassard would be a rookie.
That was a better lap.
Lassard keeps getting underneath the 22. He just can't stay alongside him down the straightaway to get the run in the next corner to get around. Now he does, though. Nope, not quite. Self went to pull down, block and clear. Chopped the nose off in the 99, and he got really tight into 3 because of it. Crafton gets around in for position. Austin Hill, first driver lap down right now in 10th.
Inside. Clear down low. Outside.
Sauter, Schneider all battling for 6th still. 3 wide under the lap truck at Austin Hill. Slides up in front of the 99, but now the 99 to the bottom, and Schneider's going to be stuck in the middle going into turn 3, 3 wide.
Inside, inside.
A little contact with Hill.
Careful.
Sauter wasn't the one that got underneath him behind Rhodes. It's actually Moffitt who takes that free pass position away from Austin Hill for the moment.
Still there.
They're in a good battle there. Both defending, former champs, I should say, and both winless this season.
Got one down low now.
Gets back around Moffitt, but it's going to cost him a spot to Johnny Sauter, it looks like. Trying to side draft Sauter. Oh, as he tried to side draft Sauter, he got into Johnny because he actually cut the 23 truck off and about turned himself into the 13. That would have been catastrophic there midway down the front stretch. Here, back underneath Sauter through 3 and 4, trying to make the pass for position. 60 laps to go at Iowa.
Stay low. You're all clear up top there.
Noah Jones, welcome to the stream. "58 laps remain. Creed Chastain, 1-2, followed by Lassard, Crafton, Rhodes, the top 5. Rhodes now going to make the pass on Crafton for 4th. Can't quite clear him off turn 4. Schneider going for 6th on Austin Wayne Self. Oh! Crafton is around in turn 1, hard into the wall, backs down the track right in front of the 22 of Austin Wayne Self. And I couldn't tell if Self missed him or not. Crafton goes around. And that is our 4th caution of the race. Our 2nd of the final stage. It looks like Self doesn't have damage. I think he missed Crafton. Self was already on the outside. I was wondering if Crafton was going to back down the track in time before the 22 got to him, and it looked like that was the case. But it looks like Crafton's night's going to come to an end. And our final pit stops of the day will be coming up. Moffitt gets the free pass back at 10th place, just ahead of Jennifer Jo Cobb. And Sheldon Creed will restart from the lead again. Chastain outside front row.
We're going green.
Here we go, here at Iowa. Green flag back in the air. Will this be the final restart of the race? Sauter got a good jump on the bottom. Schneider got a good jump in the middle. They're 4 wide nearly for the lead. Schneider from 4th to 1st. What a restart. But can he hold on? Lassard, he gets to the bottom. Last time they were in this predicament, Lassard got to the lead. Schneider just couldn't hold the bottom off turn 2. And he's still tight early in the run. Up the racetrack he goes. 3 wide, further back. Chastain losing spots. Ben Rhodes to 2nd. Creed back to 3rd. And Rhodes might get to the inside for the lead. He hasn't led a lap all night.
Inside.
And Ben Rhodes, after being a lap down at the end of stage 2, got the free pass, got a couple cautions to get back in traffic, has raced himself back to the lead. What a night for Ben Rhodes. He wants to get his first win of the season. Talk of the last few races as the very few remaining spots we have open for the playoffs late in the regular season. Just 3 more spots available. Still 5 races to go, even after the checkered flags tonight, to decide those final 3 spots. It might be down to 2, because if you look at the top 5, all of them are winless this season. Ben Rhodes, Sheldon Creed, Ross Chastain, Raphael Lassard, Ty Majeski, all winless. Austin Wayne Self in 7th, winless. Johnny Sauter in 8th, winless. Schneider in 6th, 4 wins. There's so many trucks capable of going to victory lane here tonight. He's a lap down. He's trying to catch Austin Hill. Hill's still winless on the year, too, and he's in the top 10, even though he's a lap down. First truck a lap down, hoping for another caution. Creed trying to hold on. He's led a lot of laps tonight. He's finished 2nd in each of the first 2 stages. Gander clears Austin Hill off turn 4. Block freezing off down the front stretch as well, holding him back. Austin himself got really tight getting into turn 1.
Got a car low now. You got room, you're clear there.
We are over 3/4 of the way through this race. 200 laps total. We only got 47 to go. No more sets of tires for this 99 team if we did get another caution. Just gonna have to hope that nobody else pits it. It's on the lead lap if we did get another yellow. Only 2 trucks out of the race. Matt Crafton we just saw wrecked out. Maybe not that last caution.
Got a car low now.
And then Zane Smith crashed early in stage 2.
Careful.
Self to the inside, trying to make the pass. He's going to do it right there. Gander just can't hold the outside. He's trying to side draft him all he could, and pushes tight. It's a hard time trying to run a lane that's not the bottom here around this track all day long. I wonder why he suffered on the restarts, because once he gets to the outside, he can't get back down. He's only back to 7th this time. Granted, there's only 9 trucks on the lead lap, but still, not that many lap trucks in front of him as well. Just got in the back of Stuart Friesen. Got a will come to Schneider if it does go green to the end. It takes 30 to 35 laps to get there. The restart with just over 50 to go. 54 laps left on the restart to be exact. So there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to get out in front if he just keeps his truck clean, especially if they battle. But Creed's actually pulling away. And the battle's actually for second. Chastain still in third. Looks like Lassard might have taken over the second spot now. And Rhodes is back to fourth. Rhodes was trying to go for the lead there for a little bit and just couldn't make the pass. Actually did lead a couple laps before Creed got out in front. Then he was staying behind Creed there pretty closely after Creed got around him. Not so much anymore. Laps left in stage number 3. '99 team's not made any adjustments all day. They just let the truck come to them on the long run. Just gotta hope that doesn't come back to bite you too late. Everybody's good on fuel to the end. They're about 10 to 11 laps to the good.
Stay at the bottom here.
Haven't seen the tire wear too much to where they couldn't make it to the end of the 60 lap stages. Restarting with 54 to go, they should be good to the end on tires as well. A bit close there in Schneider, but again, that was on a 60 lap run to the end of the stage, not 54. He did back off a little bit in stage 1, he didn't back off at all in stage 2. Self not far ahead of Schneider. That will be a soon-to-be 3-truck battle for 5th and 6th. We're going to alternate through the different camera angles one final time here in today's race. Schneider sends it into 1 and 2 to get around Majeski.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Crossover by the 45 Nice truck. Schneider got a good drive off though and stays in front of him. There's one back-to-back once this year. He's actually won 3 of the last 4 races. One race he didn't win was a second place at Kansas. I'll talk about the momentum bonus he's had. He has just been on an absolute tear midway through the season. Outside of the one win in race 3 at Atlanta, though, it took him a few more races to get back to victory lane, but once he did, there's nothing but top 2 finishes again in the last 4 races. He won the first 2 stages already tonight, giving himself 8 stage wins on the year now. Continuously trying to rack those playoff points up. Get that extra 15 for winning the regular season championship as well will be huge if he can do so. Laps to go for Sheldon Creed to get his first win of the season as the defending champion. We go with the normal camera now to the end of this race. Getting better on the longer run here as he has all day. He's still 5.5 seconds off the race lead with plenty of time, even in short track, for 30 laps to try and get Creed. Hoping it stays green to the end. If we do get a caution, he's got to really hope nobody else pits. Schneider does not have another set of tires left. Already pitted twice in the final stage alone under each of the cautions. Pretty wide under Reunion and Boyd, couple of lap trucks to the outside.
Got one outside now.
Easily hooks the bottom, even after driving it in maybe a little too deep.
Car there on the outside.
It's definitely starting to loosen up on this run. It's tightening up at stage 2, so it's really strange. The tail of these 2 stages have made it. It hasn't been like it's been clean air versus dirty air because it's a short track. It's been pretty much nothing but dirty air the whole time. So I'm not sure why the handling has changed quite that much. Kept it fairly clean all race, as he has most of the season. No DNFs yet this season. And he's only even spun out once, and that was at Richmond because Riley Herbst turned him going into turn 3, and outside of that pretty much single car spin after Herbst turned him, he made a great save, not sliding up into the wall, and I think only one other truck might have brushed him on the way by, but nothing much. Way of damage or contact extracurricularly there.
You got room, you're clear there.
What season it's been for this 99 season.
Careful, still there. All right, clear outside.
To 4th, got around Chastain that last lap. Creed continuously leading in the lap traffic, 24 to go. All of Schneider's wins have come down to the wire. This one might not be the same. If he goes to victory lane, knowing how fast his truck is, unless again that caution comes out. Contact with Rhodes. Actually trapped Rhodes behind Fogelman. Said Fogelman was going to be fast for this race because he was fast in practice. We didn't actually get to see that firsthand because we were not in practice ourselves. Only qualified for this race. And at the same time, Fogelman's been outside the top 15 most of the days. I was expecting him to maybe compete. He was right around 10th at stage 1, but that was about as high as he has ran all day long. It's been quite some time since he's been anywhere close to running in the top 10. Like I mentioned, about 15th or worse most of the day. Sard in second. Next truck ahead of Schneider for position. And then he's got 2.5 seconds to the race leader, Sheldon Creed, with 3 lap trucks in between the top 2. Schneider is going to blow right around Lassard from turns 1 and 2. Lassard cannot get the power down the grip in those older tires to get back to the inside of the 99. So here we go. Creed hold off Schneider to get his first win of the season, the defending champ versus maybe the front runner for the championship this season. 20 to go.
Got a car high now. All right, you're clear there.
Saw passing the final 3 laps for the win when Schneider got around Chastain at Texas earlier in the day. Back and forth action too, because Chastain took the lead away from Schneider with 7 to go in the race. Well, there'll be a little bit of back and forth going here between Creed and Schneider this time. They did battle back and forth in stage 2 at one point. Midway through that stage with about 20 to go. We'll see the same here. And Schneider gets around and doesn't mean it's over. Lap trucks are primarily staying out of Creed's way, it seems like. Austin Hill did a great job there, so did Jordan Anderson. Was the last truck. Both the 99 and the 2 got around. Austin Hill is the first truck a lap down in 10th right now. Schneider gained a ton through turns 1 and 2. He's a little better in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4 today. A tad bit higher than Creed. Creed beats him off the corner. Here we go, 17 to go, down into turn 1. Creed tries to shut the door at the lap truck of Jason White to the outside. And they are side by side for the lead at Iowa. Lap trucks in the picture again. Sauter gonna let him race down to the bottom underneath him. Schneider clears the 2 of Sheldon Creed. Creed got really tight once the 99 pulled up in front. Lap trucks might have gotten in Creed's way as well. It's bad timing there off the exit of the corner. 16 laps to go, and Schneider is back out in front and is going to lead his first lap of the final stage of this race. An 80-lap stage, might I add. It took until 16 to go to get out there. Last race started with 54 to go. We had 2 cautions, as mentioned, in this final stage so far, where we get a 3rd and a 5th overall. Third consecutive race, we've at least seen 4 cautions, and we did see 5 2 races ago at Kansas.
Still there.
Schneider's pulling away from Creed. The second time, Schneider could go back-to-back this season, and it would be his 5th career win. 5th win on the year, again with this being his rookie season in the Truck Series. Trying to win that championship to move to the next level. He'll own his own team again in the Xfinity Series when the time comes. But I don't know if anybody expected him to compete for a championship here in the Truck Series in year 1, especially at the midway point of the year with being a startup team, but they have done a great job with this organization. Atlanta's been his most dominant win, but even that had a late race caution that kind of had a little bit of a hold your breath moment in the final 10 laps there. I don't think there's been a win Schneider's had this year where we haven't had a restart with less than 10, or less than 15 to go. I guess Texas, the last restart was with 15 laps left, but even still. So we'll see. Schneider's going to be holding his breath until he gets to that white flag. That's when he'll know that next lap will be the last lap. And he's still got 10 more until then. Right now, he's just got to try not to make a mistake. He's got to hope for the rest of the drivers not to make a mistake as well.
Careful.
What a season
All clear.
it has been for the 99 team to definitely increase that points lead. Most likely today with both stage wins, even if he doesn't win the race. 10 laps to go now at Iowa.
Keep it nice and smooth for us.
It'll be the first short track win of the season. Something new, knowing that the race at Phoenix is on a short track this year. Oh no! I forgot to change the battery. I did not get reminded. Jacob Westbrook, welcome to the stream. That was a close one. Let me change my battery out real quick. That happens way too much to me. I'm just so glad we didn't DNF after that happened. That would have been really bad. There is damage to the right side of the race truck, but it's not too bad. Nine to go. 2.5 second lead. Oh boy, this truck has gotten tight now with the damage. Still got a faster truck in the longer run. He's just got to, again, hope that there isn't a caution. Yeah, so not only we didn't DNF, but it didn't bring out a caution when that happened either. Boy, this 99 is really tight now. Eight to go. He cannot grip the bottom of the racetrack at all.
Stay high up here. Clear low. Clear high, bud.
Doesn't look like Creed's really gaining on him though either.
Careful.
7
Still
more
there.
laps.
Clear high, clear high.
By the way, doing pretty good there, Jacob.
Stay on the bottom. You're all clear up top.
It's probably the first we've actually seen Schneider been able to run that middle upper lane all day consistently. It's actually increasing his lead perhaps a little bit after it got tight on the bottom of the track. So why not change your lane up? 5 laps to go. It's going to save the stress on that right front to the end as well now that the car's a little, truck is a little bit tighter.
Inside.
Going 3 wide up the middle there for a second.
Clear on the bottom there. You got room. You're clear there.
7 trucks on the lead lap. Ty Majeski just went a lap down off turn 4. 4 laps to go. Back down to the bottom again.
Stay low. All right, you're clear. All right, clear outside.
4.5. Oh, second lead, and the caution comes out with just 3 laps to go. And that is going to force us into overtime. For just the second time this season, and the first since the season opener at Daytona, we will run past our scheduled distance. It looks like there's a truck in the wall in turns 3 and 4. Not sure who it is. Ty Majeski gets the free pass in 8th, and we are going to have a restart. Overtime with 2 to go. We mentioned Schneider has not won a race where a caution has not come out. with less than 15 to go. We have had a restart with 15 or less laps in each of his first 4 wins this year, and we're going to have another one. And his truck is a little tighter now. He hasn't been as good on the short runs. The good news is everybody's on old tires. Nobody in the lead lap pitted. Schneider did not have a choice because he was on his final set of tires. Those tires should make it even going past the scheduled distance. Fuel plenty good to the end still. Green flag in the air. Overtime is underway at Iowa. 2 laps to go. Schneider gets a good launch into 1 and 2. Creed easily jumps to the bottom in front of Rafael Lessard as he tries to hold on for second place. Schneider can't grip the bottom through 3 and 4. Creed goes all the way near the wall, and Lessard jumps to second off turn 4. White flag in the air. This is the final lap of the race. Overtime, no problem. It was a second place finish the first time we had an overtime finish this year. It costed Schneider maybe a chance at the win, a better chance perhaps. Right now, that checker flag is going to be waving off turn 4. He's going to get it this time. First short track win of his career at Iowa. 5th total of his career. All in his rookie season in the Truck Series. And all in the first 11 races. What a run for this upstart 99 team for Channel Racing. Another trip to victory lane. Wow. And that great launch on the bottom. On the overtime restart, and it helped that everybody was on old tires anyway. Let's try running the legend. What is this? The Legends track at Iowa. Can't even hold it in 4th gear on the Legends track without spinning out. That's funny. Alright. Where were we going? Like 20, 30 miles an hour when we did that? Take a look at the finishing results for the second straight race. Only the top 8 finish on the lead lap. Schneider with the win. Lessard 2nd. Ben Rhodes 3rd. Ross Chastain rounds out the top 4. Top 5 rounds out with Brett Moffitt finishing 5th. Sheldon Creed fell back to 6th after restarting 2nd. Overtime probably hurt Creed more than anything else. He finished 2nd in the first 2 stages tonight. Schneider also won both stages in the race. By the way, 8 stage wins on the year with his 5 race wins. Austin Wayne Self 7th, Ty Majeski 8th, Johnny Sutter 9th, and Austin Hill rounds out the top 10. Take a look down through the field. Matt Crafton, Zane Smith, DNF'd. The only 2 DNFs today. Smith still looking for that win to get into the playoffs, and Crafton already has a win so far this season. And before we end the stream, as we usually do on the career mode, we're going to go back to the race shop, see where we're at. That regular season points lead has opened up quite a bit here today after Iowa, and back-to-back max points days for the 99 team at Texas and then Iowa today. Again, Sauter, Chastain without wins, and Enfinger's only got 1 win this season. So Sauter, Chastain, Gilliland all in on points currently. And Gilliland by now just 2 points is ahead of Sheldon Creed. If it wasn't for Creed losing spots on that overtime finish, he lost 4 spots there. He would have the last spot in points over Todd Gilliland. So that is very close to that final spot currently as we speak. And that's tough because Gilliland's 5th in points. Creed is 7th. One of those 2 are going to miss it unless they get a win, or somebody behind them win, and even Gilliland will be put below the cutoff line from that point. But for right now, there's Schneider in victory lane in the M&M's 200. Pretty great night of racing here in both races. I'd say the Texas finish was a little better, even though this one went to overtime. Schneider had the clear advantage on the old tires, and as long as he got a good launch into 1 and 2, he was going to have this one unlocked. But Texas earlier today, that was a heck of a battle back and forth with Chastain and Schneider to the finish. Again, go back and watch that if you did not get a chance to earlier when we did stream. We'll pick things back up again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Another doubleheader for the Truck Series on NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode right here on the channel, live on KRC. I bring you the action with the realistic broadcast as always. The first race is going to be at Chicagoland, with the second race being a much shorter race at Pocono, only 60 laps in that one, so that's why we're running a doubleheader tomorrow, mainly because that second race is going to be really short anyway. So 7 o'clock and then probably 9 o'clock for the 2 start times, just like they were today. Every time during this hot streak that we've been on, the last 3 races, Clay Greenfield or Tyler Rankum has called us at Keegan Schneider's hashtag hot stuff. Can't talk. Yeah, Austin Hill, 5-win season, keep it up. Championship contender indeed. Schneider is definitely a championship contender so far this year, that is for sure. So again, Chicagoland, Pocono, the 2 races tomorrow night. Only 5 races to go in the regular season. And we'll go to the shop. So we'll get our Speedway chassis set up for Pocono. Let's see. We're so close to being able to upgrade that aero to 100 if we do choose. We'll have to wait and see on that. Get the short track chassis ready to go. And, yeah, 195.95 at Chicagoland will be the fastest Speedway chassis that we'll have at the racetrack. That was our fastest chassis we've ever brought to a track. At Iowa, we had 195.95. We'll have 195.95 again for Chicagoland and Pocono. Maybe 100 at Pocono on the aero. I really don't know if I want to spend it. Because if I do spend it, yes, it'll help us this season, but we're obviously clicking off a hot streak right now. I know the playoffs are a different animal, but still. And there's a lot less mile and a halves in the playoffs, and obviously we're running good on the mile and a half so far. And I think the only mile and a half there is the entire playoffs is Vegas in the second round. All the rest are different racetracks. They got a couple short tracks in there. Bristol, Martinsville, Phoenix, Talladega's in there. Road course, a Canadian Tire. Even Gateway is an intermediate, but it's not a mile and a half, and it's definitely a different style of racetrack. So, yeah, it'll be interesting when we get there. But got to win this regular season championship first. Right now, we are 69 points ahead of Johnny Sauter. Nice. Yeah, that's going to be all she wrote here tonight. See you guys tomorrow night at 7. Again, like, share, and subscribe. We are very close to 800 subs. Thanks for everybody tuning in, and I will catch you next time.